At the table, Tupac is joined by members of the Outlaw Immortals, his backup group.
They were his singers and his friends that were on a lot of the songs that he was doing at that time.
As usual, everywhere Tupac goes, a crowd follows, especially women.
Tupac and women. The women were a dime a dozen. They were there, the groupies, from the movie sets, from the video sets, from the studio, from Italy, wherever.
In the casino, as in life, Tupac plays for high stakes. Riding high in the charts, he can afford to gamble. But 25 years earlier, on the streets of East Harlem, New York City, few would have laid bets on the future success of young Tupac Shakur. His mother, Afeni Shakur, a member of the radical Black Panther Party, was arrested and charged, along with 20 other members, for conspiring to blow up local buildings.
I was captivated by the visualness of the Black Panther Party. I was captivated by the rationality of the Black Panther Party, and I was captivated by the sense of service of the Black Panther Party. For me, the Black Panther Party was a way to legitimately express my anger.
Eventually acquitted of all charges and pregnant with Tupac, Afeni was released from jail after spending 15 months on and off behind bars. And on June 16, 1971, she gave birth to Tupac Amaru Shakur, who she named after a South American Incan revolutionary, the name meaning shining serpent.
So shining serpent is a brilliant spirit. I actually believed in 1971 that giving a child a name empowers him.
But what did not help empower young Tupac was the absence of his father, also a Black Panther, who was rarely around.
What he didn't have was that masculine figure in his life for a sustained period of time that would, you could go play ball with.
Adding to that instability was crippling poverty, at times rendering Tupac and his mother homeless. But in 1986, despite those hardships, Afeni moved to Baltimore and managed to enroll her son in a unique public high school, the Baltimore School for the Arts.
That was a really good experience for Tupac because the other students at the school were all artists, and the environment for artists is different. It's a lot freer, it's a lot less restrictive.
In particular, he fell in love with acting and with rap music.
I think Tupac always believed he could have it all. He could be an incredible and talented MC, he could be an incredible and talented actor. I think he saw no sort of boundaries or limits for, his potential.
But in contrast to school, his life at home was stark.
I had gotten hit by a man that I was having a relationship with, and that had a very bad reaction on my son because I wouldn't allow my son to beat the man up. And that was a real breach for Tupac internally.
In June of 1988, to protect her son from their troubled home life, Afeni sent him to the other end of the country, to live with a friend in Marin City, California. But the 16-year-old quickly discovered he had simply traded one nightmare for another.
Marin City, the one thing that they're known for is a fist fight. Tupac was a little bitty guy. Even him, fully bulked up, is still a little bitty guy, which makes it even more incredible the kind of the guts that this dude has, because he fears no man, woman, child, animal, none of that, because they can only kill you one time.
Soon, Afeni joined her son in California, but any hope of a happy family reunion was made impossible by her own personal struggles.
My children and I have a bond that is based on the truth and trust. And the bond was broken with a lie. The lie being, I was using drugs, but I can handle it. That's a lie. That lie cost me dearly. Me talking about that period is different from them, because in reality, I found drugs. It's what I did. I found the answer. My answer was crack.
But despite his contempt for his mother's addiction, Tupac too drifted into the world of narcotics.
He probably sold drugs for about a week. His reason for stopping was because his heart was too big. You understand? When someone brings you their wedding rings and they say, here, I'm gonna give you these wedding rings for some crack, you're like, man, it's that bad? It's come to this? And he quit. He said, I'd rather starve or I'm gonna make this rap thing work.
At 17, he hooked up with neighborhood friend Ray Love to create his first real group, Strictly Dope.
We didn't fear nothing. We would jump on the stage and perform right now. We didn't need no trays of food. We didn't need a special type of mic. We didn't need a rider. We didn't need a limo. Nah, just give me just one mic, man.
Tupac's ability to use that microphone would carry him clear out of Marin City and eventually to Las Vegas, where the world's greatest rapper would be silenced forever. September 7th, 1996, 6:15 p.m. Since arriving in Las Vegas almost 4 hours ago, Tupac Shakur and his entourage have been taking it easy, gambling at the casino and enjoying a few drinks. But in just 5 hours, he will be gunned down by a cold-blooded killer. On the invitation of his manager and CEO of his record company, Suge Knight, Tupac heads out to see a much-anticipated heavyweight title match between Bruce Seldon and Tupac's close friend, Mike Tyson.
Mike and Pac definitely had a friendship, a special kind of relationship with each other. We were all Tyson fans, you know what I mean? Like Tyson was a hero for us kids from the ghetto.
Since their arrival, Tupac has insisted that his girlfriend Kadada and his cousin Jamala stay back at the hotel. This party is just for the boys.
And I can remember us saying to each other, like, wow, why would they bring us out here and we can't even go to the fight, we can't go to the parties. He don't even want us downstairs. And he kept saying, please, he begged us, please don't go downstairs, please y'all stay up here.
With his girlfriend and cousin safe and sound in their hotel room, Tupac and his bodyguard, Frank Alexander, head to the MGM Grand, where the Tyson fight is about to get underway. But for Tupac, getting inside isn't so easy.
There were a ton of people. There were a ton of people in line waiting to get into the fight. As we're walking by,